Hi and hello everyone, welcome to the Bobcast 2014 edition now. So we're in our third year of running, so congrats to everyone whoever looked at that episode. This episode we're going to be talking about free agency and how it completely fucked me over. So yes, this is going to be an R-rated episode, so I'm going to curse quite a bit about Texas and how other guys kept screwing me over. So, yeah, teams have gone cray-cray in free agency. I mean, really crazy. The big one I was going to talk about is obviously Texas and how really that second sim overall just completely fucked me over. I mean, after the first sim, personally Baltimore, I had targeted 4 players that I wanted in free agency. And after the first sim, which granted was only sim one day, Justin Morneau, I have his best offer. Jose Gonzalez, the pitcher, I have his best offer. Jose Bermudez, the second baseman, I have his best offer. And also Connor Jackson has best offer, but Connor Jackson doesn't really matter. The big 3 that I wanted were Bermudez, Gonzalez, and Morneau, and I had the best offer for all 3 of them. But then the second sim happened, and I just didn't get any of them. I mean, that's him. But obviously, let's talk about the Morneau contract. I was certain I was going to get him. My offer of $32 million per year for 6 years was overall the most expensive contract, but because I had the extra year on it. But headed to Texas, he went out, paid a $3 million extra, and got the guy. And congrats to him. I mean, he's pretty much in the same state I am, where he has great young pitching, and he needed the hitter, and paying $35 million for 5 years to get the guy. Yeah, I love the move for him. It was a great job. I hate him with a vengeance now, obviously, but I think the same thing I was thinking, that it's a great hitter, and why not sign him? I mean, there's money abound in this league, and like me, he had no payroll. I mean, he discussed it in his video, so I mean, just watch his video if you want to hear what his reasoning behind it. But I understand it because I was trying to do the exact same thing. That was the big one I was really going after, one I wanted more than anything else. But Bermudez, the second baseman, I also wanted. Got beat up by him too. I think I had like $11 million for 5 years, and he signed with Philly for $12 million for 5 years. Philly obviously replacing their traded away Chase Utley this past season, so now they have a new second baseman in town. Bermudez is a good player, 84 contacts, 75 gap, 50 power, 60 I, and avoid K. Solid player. He's gonna be good, second base or shortstop. $12 million a year. Not a bad contract to pay for hitting. I mean, nothing wrong with it. So yeah, that's a good contract. I mean, that's the other guy I really wanted. I mean, there's the 2 big guys in the first sim. I mean, there were other big contracts signed. Houston Street, I mean, has been a monster closer for Colorado the 3 years. Coming off a year where he went 2-2 with 13 saves and a 2.2 ERA, but only pitched 32 innings. Usually he's good for like 60 to 70 innings a year. He's a really good pitcher. He signed with the Angels of Anaheim for $8.5 million for 3 years, which is a lot for a closer, but not. There's obviously much more expensive ones, even though Street's ratings have gone down a bit. He's still a really good pitcher, so that's a good contract. I mean, Toronto talks about how he should not have let Jesse Litch go, and Litch re-signed. I mean, so re-signed with Toronto for 6.8 a year. So you let him go, then he got him back. He has his thoughts on that, which is still a good contract. Litch is a good pitcher. I mean, Pat the Bat got $6 million from Toronto, which I don't really like that contract, but Alex has money to spend, I guess. Spend on whatever he wants. Connor Jackson went for $5 million per year to Boston, so the AL East picking up a lot of players. Boston's re-signed Big Papi again for another year. So yeah, those are the big guys in the first sim. I mean, a couple of shortstops signed. I mean, I got Yunel Escobar, even though I don't really need him anymore. So second, I traded for guys same day I signed him. So yay for me. That's good. Reggie Wiltis signed with Detroit for 3.5 for 4 years. That's a good contract. I mean, Wiltis has great eye, solid contact. He's a solid player. You know, 360 on base. That's a pretty good guy to get, especially at like $3 million a year. That was the second sim. The third sim, we had contracts go crazy again. I mean, really crazy. I mean, I could understand. The Morneau contract makes sense to me. The Bermudez contract I could understand. But the ones of this sim make absolutely zero sense to me. And remember, this is coming from a guy who I offered Morneau 32 for 6 years. So not like I don't make mistakes also. Not like I'm not crazy myself, but the pitchers, like, I did not like any of the pitchers, really, besides the guy I ended up signing, Gonzalez. But the young guys, or like developed guys, Castillo and Hidatora, I did not really like, and they went for big money this sim. The Dodgers, I guess, not owned by the McCourts anymore, since they shelled out 19 mil per year to Castillo. Castillo's a guy with his ratings in the 70s. The solid pitcher, Norberto, but he's nothing that good. I mean, coming into the league from wherever he came from, yes, Latin America. Solid pitcher, 75, 78, 71 ratings. Solid. I mean, he's probably not going to develop anymore. He's 9-8, but he is what he is. 3 pitches. That's not that good. That's a back end of the rotation starter. You're paying 19 mil a year for that. The other guy, Hidatora, doesn't take a genius to figure out, coming over from Japan. Same thing. He has 5 pitches, but he's 31. He's 77, 72, 70. Really, you got to pay 10.5 mil a year for that? I mean, you really wanted a reliever like that. I mean, a starter like that. You could, like, Yu Darvish, yeah, that worked out, but the other guy from that one, Iwakamura, he's better than them still, and he's being passed around as a salary dump. He's Wakamura on Arizona, so if you want a solid pitcher, please go see Arizona. It's 73, 84, 72, so he's better than both of them, and yet you have to give specs. If you want him, you get him, and you also get prospects with him. That's the state that he's in. The guy I signed in this sim, the only guy that I targeted that I actually got, is Jose Gonzalez, 24-year-old SP. I'm giving him 8.73 mil a year for 6 years, which is a lot for a guy who's pitched a grand total of 40 innings in the majors and has an ERA of 7.2. He's 1-7 in his career. But expect big things from Gonzalez. He is a lefty starter, 10.58 ratings, but his talents are actually better than that. He's 10.58 talents. But because of his ratings, he's going to be higher than that. I mean, I'm going to TO his control right now, and he's already a 10.68 starting pitcher, and then I'm going to play around with his numbers. I'm going to dump points into him. He'll end up being a 10.89, I think, by the time all said and done. So I like that. So he also signed. Will Venerable, Toronto signed him for 6.5 mil a year for a guy who was 1 year in the bigs at 226 with a 292 on base. So there's a lot of money being handed out. The left fielder, Emil Madrid, who also just came into the league, solid player, 74, 68, 72 rating with 74i. Solid guy, but 8.7 mil a year at 8.75 mil a year. That's a lot of money to give him. There's a lot of money being thrown around. The best reliever, Joel Hanrahan, solid reliever, getting 5 mil a year. That's okay, I guess. A lot of money being thrown around these sims, but teams have it. I mean, so why not use it, right? Not like you really get that many points for saving money or whatnot. Teams are making money, so it makes sense for teams to sign these guys. So that's it as of 2/12. That's all the free agents who have signed so far. I mean, there are still a couple guys, I guess, who interest people. Ludwig's a solid player, as is Pena the catcher. I rarely use him as a backup catcher. Besides those two, though, not distinctly like a ton. Stamen's a okay SP, but yeah, all the big guys I guess signed. Changing what I just said, all the big guys appeared to have signed. There's everybody, but teams have gone crazy, really, including myself. But I haven't told them a no deal. But like I said, I actually like that deal for Texas. I hate him, but I like the deal for him. Yeah, because I mean, like, just works. I don't see why not. So that's it for this episode. I'll come back with another free agent one if it turns out there's anything actually interesting happening in free agency, which I doubt there is, because there's no one really left. So, welcome to 2014 Bobcast that no one watches. Bye.